I'm gonna speak on something that I've never spoke about out loud before, and that's the experience that I myself had with my ex and the law. Sounds stupid, but randomly one day I got a call from a CPS worker, and I listened to the voicemail, and they said that I needed to come in and talk to them ASAP, and I did. And I had no idea what was going on. No idea. I knew that it didn't have anything to do with me being in trouble. And when I got there, they did make that clear that it wasn't me and that it was my husband at the time that was of concern. And they told me that there was some allegations made towards him by his other kids. And I'm not gonna go into detail, but they were because of abuse and sex trafficking and drug dealing. The domestic abuse allegations were made by my daughter as well, because after this thing with the sex trafficking and stuff got brought up, they came to my daughter's school and pulled her out of class and talked to her, and that's when she told them that he was abusive and what he was doing to me and to her too, behind closed doors. And he that was the beginning of the end. So after they told me about the sex trafficking and the drug dealing, I puked like right then and there. Like I mean, it was so embarrassing. But imagine being married to someone, or just being in a relationship with someone for so many years, and you think that all of their bad side has already been like revealed to you, and you've okay, you know, and let's move on and let's fix it, and then something huge comes about and just totally just cancels out all the progress that you've made. That feeling hit me all at once, and I threw up without warning. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna puke. It was like, blech. Okay, understandably. I did get a new purse out of it. So they called him with me sitting there, and they told him what was going on, and I could hear him saying, oh my God, what's gonna happen? No way. What's gonna happen with my family? They said, well, we can make an appointment. You come in tomorrow. And he came in right then and there. As I was leaving, he was pulling up, and he was honking at me. He wanted me to go back, but I didn't. And they told me, you have two options. The first option is to stay living with your husband without your daughter, and then take classes for whatever, classes, parenting classes, and you let your daughter live temporarily with whoever you choose, or you leave, you and your daughter leave, and you go somewhere else. So of course, that's what I chose. I didn't even go back after that. This was right before Thanksgiving. This was like a couple of days before. And it was really hard. Because I wasn't about to put my daughter in jeopardy and the relationship that I've worked so hard to have with her while I'm going through all this other stuff. I wasn't gonna take that risk. It wasn't even an option in my head to separate from her. That's a no-brainer for me. That's just like, duh, right? But it's still hard. It's still upsetting that I had to make a choice like that. And then to be in the middle of it, and you have your parents, your family feeling one way and pulling you one direction, and you have yourself pulling you in another direction, and then you have your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend pulling you in another direction. And that's hard to choose. And I learned that none of those directions are the right ones. And the only direction that you need to take is the one from God. You don't have to choose between you or your family or your friends. You don't have to choose. There's no option. You just do what God wants you to do. That's it. It's not always easy. But at least you don't have to figure out which one's the right direction, because it's always going to be the right direction. And it's still hard. It's hard, especially I don't let people into my life. I don't let them know what's going on, and I'm closed off. And I've always been like more of a loner. When ever since I was little, I was just into my studies, my books, straight A's, and that was me.